Then came Samuel Daddy Sharpe, a Baptist deacon from Montego Bay. He used the pulpit to spread a different kind of gospel though, one of justice and equality. When he realized that words alone couldn't complete the mission, he organized the Baptist War of 1831, one of the largest slave uprisings in the British Caribbean. The rebellion shook the British Empire to its core. That within only a few years, Britain passed the Abolition Act, ending slavery across its colonies. Sharpe's famous last words before being executed still echoes generations. I would rather die upon your feet than live upon your knees. What this means is that he rather die standing than to fall on his knees. So every time a Jamaican speaks out against injustice, Shamside spirit, it rises again. In 1865, Paul Bogle, a humble church deacon from St. Thomas, led hundreds of followers on a peaceful march for land and justice. They were hungry, overtaxed, and ignored by the colonial government. But when their pleas fell on deaf ears, the protest turned deadly, and Bogle was branded as a traitor. His ally, George William Gordon, a wealthy, mixed-race politician, who's also one of our national heroes, defended the poor and spoke truth to power. For that, he too was executed by the colonial state. Their deaths shocked Jamaica into reform, and today the spirit of Paul Bogle and George William Gordon reminds us that silence in the face of injustice is complicity, and that the price of change is often sacrifice. Fast forward to the 20th century, Jamaica's push for political independence brought two powerful figures to the forefront. We're talking about Norman Washington Manley and Sir Alexander Bustamante. Now, Manley, the Rhodes Scholar and founder of the People's National Party, which is still one of Jamaica's leading parties, envisioned a Jamaica united by education, equality, and opportunity. Bustamante, fiery trade unionist and founder of the Jamaica National Party, which is leading the government currently, fought for the working class and became the island's first prime minister. Their rivalry was fierce, but their mission, I think it was the same, to see Jamaica stand tall among nations. And in 1962, that dream actually became a reality. But more than 60 years later, their shared question remains. What do we do to our freedom, really? From Garvey to Nanny, from Bogle to Bustamante. These heroes weren't perfect, not at all. But they were fearless. They didn't just dream of a free Jamaica. They built the foundation to start one. And yet today, the struggle continues. In new forms though, because whether it's economic independence, imported culture, and global powers still shaping local policy, in many ways the battle for sovereignty has simply changed. Weapons from muskets to money, from chains to, contracts. So as we celebrate Heroes Day, let's ask ourselves, are we living the independence they fought for? Or are we merely just enjoying an illusion of it? Would Marcus Garvey be proud of our progress today? Would Nanny see her people as liberated? Or would she still see them as trapped by the system that she fought to destroy? I really need us to ask ourselves that question. Because our heroes didn't just die for freedom. They lived for dignity. They lived for self-worth, they lived for unity, and they remind us that liberation isn't an event. It's a continuous act of courage. So, this Heroes Day, I want you to light a candle. Tell the stories of these heroes. Most of all live with purpose, because as Marcus Messiah Garvey warned, a people without knowledge of their past history and origin, culture, is like a tree without roots. For the African Diaspora News Channel, I'm Whitney McKoy, reminding you that our heroes, wherever we are in the African diaspora, didn't fight for us to live small. They fought for us to rise. So until next time, I want us to stay informed, but most of all, and most importantly, stay connected.